Hey friends, it's Whitney, your host with Needles Embroidery. Thank you so much for watching today's Needles Chat. Today is all about brick and mortars, small businesses, and distribution. So I have several of you ladies who want to know how you get your Etsy shop, your in-house business to the masses in your local area. And a lot of you guys have Etsy shops or you do business through Facebook or even word of mouth, which are great. Guys, keep working those platforms, grow your business. That's how us as business people grow. Okay, so keep that up. The other thing is you need to network. If there is a small business bureau club or a group that gets together, join it. Start making friends with people who own small businesses, especially the brick and mortar businesses. That way, when you start networking and becoming friends with these people, they see a need for your embroidered work, your specialties at their shop. And here's how to do it. One, like I said, you need to network. Make those friends. Two, you need to show the people that you're networking with that they need your product in their shop. Three, show them samples. It's one thing to tell a business owner that you are going to provide a certain service or a product to sell at their brick and mortar business and not produce anything. And it's another thing to actually show them the items that you have. Pictures work great, but if they can have something that's tangible in their hands, that's even better. When you start developing a friendship with these business owners, you're going to show them items that they need. Here's an example. So I started networking and making friends with small business owners at a small business bureau group. We would get together once a week, talk about how to expand our businesses. And I was able to meet a lady who owned an ultrasound business. Guys, it was a small business. She had a storefront in 2 locations, and I was able to hone in on one of those locations that was actually in my town. And so what I brought to her was, hey, you have these little stuffed animals that have the baby's heartbeat. Like, she was able to take the ultrasound, the sound of the baby's heartbeat, and put it into a little heart and stick it inside the stuffed animal. So I suggested doing, like, embroidering on those stuffed animals, all the baby stats or the baby's name on it, which she really loved. And then I also showed her products of baby bags, newborn outfits, receiving blankets, stuff that was geared to babies. Babies, babies, babies. That's all I did. Oh, and I say all I did, but like big sister, big brother shirts, stuff like that. Sibling shirts. Guys, it worked. She caught on to it. She liked the idea. She liked the product that I was able to put in her hand. And then she opened up her shop to me, and I was able to put merchandise in her shop. And the key to that is I socialized. I was able to network myself and meet people who had specific goals and like specific businesses that actually met my need too. So we like coexisted here. Okay, it was pretty cool. Another thing that you need to keep in mind when you are trying to network and get people who have a small business for you to kind of step into displaying your items is, how is it going to work? How are you going to make it super easy for them? Because they already have their own business. They don't need to deal with your customers, your complaints, your orders, drop-offs, anything. So you have to make it extremely simple and laid out. For every business that I did work with, I typed up a plan. I typed up an agreement form, and it was signed by both parties. Both of us have copies for our files and for just in case you want to protect yourself. I actually did business with a friend of mine, and I'm really glad that I put her, like, I wrote everything down in an agreement, because later she wanted to change things and I told her that that's not what the agreement said, and we were able to compromise and then make up a new agreement. You have to have that agreement, even if, guys, big, even if you are friends, have an agreement. You want something to protect you and the business owner that you are in a relationship with and doing business with. Okay? You're using their housing, like their shop. So, and they have a business plan, so you should too. Okay? The other thing is, have an agreement, have a plan, make it simple, have order forms ready, have business cards, have a drop-off location, have pickup. When I wrote down everything in this agreement, I also included procedures. I wanted everyone to be clear of how things worked. I put my telephone number on there. I put like my email address. Anytime that one of my customers had a need, the business owner directed them back to me. Like the people that I did business with, like I had a plan with, I used their shop. They did not deal with my customers. And what I mean by deal with my customers, yes, they are the face that they see, but they don't answer questions. They don't direct them to anything, like help them make decisions. They direct everyone back to me. So it's like a funnel, you know, it starts at the business and then kind of comes back to me. And in my agreement clause, on my order form, I have written down at the very bottom, and I put it in bold. I don't want it to be fine print because I want my customers to know that if there is any type of mistake on their order, that it is not the brick and mortar shop that's responsible. It's me. It's my business. And okay, so I make it very easy for the business owner, and I lay all of my procedures out. Pickup, what do they do? Drop-offs, returns. Guys, there are going to be people that are going to pick up their stuff that are going to just grab and go. They're not even going to look at it, and then they need to come back. So make sure that you have something in place what to do. You need a form for returns, like specifically return form. Make it simple, make it bold. Okay, business cards are a must when you do something like this, because there are going to be people that don't actually want to deal with the brick and mortar. They want to deal with you. Okay, so have your contact information available, posted, something that's easy. Okay, another thing that you're going to want to make the transition from just your home into a brick and mortar shop when you're working with a brick and mortar business, small business, have a sample book, have a portfolio of things that you have done that can be recreated easily, or if possible, have things up at the brick and mortar shop so that they can just buy it off the rack if you can. If not, because I never did that because I didn't feel comfortable making things that were supposed to be personalized and making them generic. Guys, they could go to Walmart and get something like that if they wanted something generic. So I always posted a picture and said, you know, give me 2-week time or 3-week, however long it takes you. Make sure that it's posted. Make sure that it's easy for them to get and easy to decide what they want. Have a font selection. Here is mine. The font selection is going to be, can be you can have as many fonts for them to choose from, or as few as you want them to choose from. Guys, let me tell you that people are fickle, And some people have a really hard time choosing. So the less you give them, the easier it is on them. All my fonts can be on 2 lists, like 2 sheets of paper, and it's easy. Now, if someone asks or writes down specifics, or can you find this, something that looks similar to this, or can you show me fonts that look a little bit more girly, then I will show them a selection of things that can be used for that. So just be mindful that the fewer choices, the easier it is, and the faster that they fill out your order form and are out of the brick and mortar shop. Something else to keep in mind is how are your customers, going to pay you once they pick up their product? Are you going to have them pay up front, or are you going to have them pay when they pick up? Mine pay when they pick up, just because I want them to be completely satisfied with their order before they pay me. Now, on larger things, I do ask for a deposit or a partial payment, and you can do that too. It's your business. You're working with a brick and mortar, but it's still your business, and you run it the way that it works best for you. So a lot of people on my order forms write down their email address, and then I can just email them through PayPal an invoice. Simple. It's paid, it's easy, and you know exactly when they pay it. On the other hand, some of my customers choose not to pay through PayPal because they don't know how to work PayPal. I have walked people through it, but if you can save yourself the time, why bother? With all of my brick and mortar small businesses, with everyone that I do have as my drop off and pickup, I do not accept debit or credit card payments. And here's why. Because it has to go through the brick and mortar transaction, like the slot, their card slider, and it charges them tax. And I don't want to do that because it's not their business. So I specifically say on my order form, I only accept debit card or I only accept cash, exact cash, or check. And when I message my customers or call them, I remind them again, I only accept exact cash or check through the store. And I say exact cash. I do try to leave some change at the store, just in case I'm not able to leave exact cash, just in case I'm not able to leave change in my change box. I tell my customers that if you leave cash, it's either going to be considered a credit on your next order, or it will be considered a tip. And that almost always gets me exact cash. I don't know, some people just don't think that embroiderers need tips. Let me think, what else do you need to know? Okay, working with the business owner. It is so important for you to stay professional. When you go and pick up orders, when you drop off orders, stay professional. Dress nicely. Don't dress in pajamas when you go into these shops, because you might, and I have, run into your customers there while they're picking up orders and you're dropping off orders. Don't do it. Dress nicely. The people that you're doing business with, you are not only setting the tone you're not only going in to pick up stuff in your closet or wherever you agree on having your stuff, but you're going into your friend's business. So don't embarrass them. Dress nicely. Something else to consider when you have a drop-off and pickup point is post when you're going to pick up and when you're going to drop off orders. For me, I pick up every Tuesdays and Thursdays and drop off every Tuesdays and Thursdays. And it's always after 3:30. That's because I also teach during the day, and that gives me enough time to get off work and drive across town, drop off, and go to my next location, drop off, pick up. And I tell all my customers, you can check check the shops after 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock. And my customers know that's when their stuff's going to be there. So they don't just show up at 10 a.m. on Tuesday and I haven't even been there. That's really awful. Like then they have to come back. A lot of my customers live outside, like in the surrounding towns. And so that way they know that they're not going to make a wasted trip into town. Thank you for watching today's Needles Chat. I hope this answered any questions. If you are currently using a boutique or small business as a drop-off and pick-up location, please let me know in the comments section below of how you do it and what kind of things I need to include in a future updated video if need be. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!